Okay, so in a world where we're all just scrolling and scrolling, what if I told you the most radical thing you could do today is just sit down and read a book?
I mean, it's a real question, right? Our attention is being pulled in a million different directions by feeds and notifications that are literally designed to never end. So, in all that digital noise, does a good old fashioned book, something with a beginning and an end, actually stand a chance? Does it still have any power? Well, according to Japanese educator Takashi Saito, our guide for this little journey, the answer is a resounding yes. He argues that we've got it all wrong. We tend to think of reading as a hobby, something nice to do if you have the time. But Saito says, no, that's not it at all. Reading isn't optional. It's a fundamental skill, as crucial for your mind as exercises for your body. And listen, when Saito talks about reading, he's not just talking about cramming your head with facts. He's talking about something way deeper, what he calls self-formation. This isn't about what you know, it's about who you're becoming. And he's convinced that reading is the most powerful tool we have to consciously build ourselves from the inside out.
So, how exactly does a book do that? How does it actually shape your inner world? Well, it all kicks off with realizing there are two totally different ways to approach reading.
On one hand, you've got what we could call passive reading. That's when you're just skimming for information. It's useful for sure, but that knowledge, it often goes in one ear and out the other. But then there's active reading. This is what Saito is talking about. It's reading for self-formation. And it's a much deeper process where the ideas don't just pass through you, they become a part of you.
And when you start reading like that, something really amazing starts to happen. Your mind literally gets bigger, more able to handle complex or even conflicting ideas. You start to see bits of your own life in these stories, which is this incredibly powerful feeling of being understood. You find strength seeing how other people, real or fictional, got through tough times. And my favorite concept from Saito, you start to build this inner human theater, this incredible cast of characters in your mind that helps you understand everyone. Okay, so if reading is this amazing skill for shaping who we are, how do we get better at it? Well, Saito has this fantastic, kind of surprising metaphor. He wants you to think of reading as a sport. Yeah, you heard that right. He says reading is actually a physical act. Just like a runner trains their legs, a reader has to train their mind. He uses this awesome image of strengthening your mental jaw, building up the muscle to be able to chew on really tough, complex ideas. The point is, being a good reader isn't some gift you're born with. It's something you build rep by rep, book by book. So where do you start your training? Saito gives us 3 really simple exercises. First, try reading out loud. It forces you to slow down, it engages your body, and you actually hear the rhythm of the words. Second, underline with purpose. The simple act of marking a passage forces your brain to ask, why is this important? It's like a little workout for your analytical mind. And third, learn to vary your speed. You wouldn't drive in first gear on the highway, right? Same with reading. You gotta learn when to cruise and when to slow down for the tricky parts. And this quote just nails it. The sumo squat is the base, the foundation for every other move they make. Saito is saying reading is that for your mind. It's the foundational exercise for all clear thinking. It's not just about becoming a better reader, it's about becoming a better thinker, period. But all this inner training, all this mental weightlifting, it isn't just an internal project. Its real power comes out when it completely changes how you connect with the world and the people around you. Remember that human theater we talked about? Every single book you read adds new actors to that stage in your mind. You meet heroes, villains, philosophers, explorers, people from every time and place imaginable. And this ever-growing cast becomes your secret weapon for empathy, because you've seen the world through so many different pairs of eyes. So you see, reading isn't some escape from reality. It's the best possible training for reality. It gives you a bigger vocabulary, it teaches you how to follow a complicated idea, and it widens your whole perspective. All of that means you can connect with actual people in a much deeper, more meaningful way. All right, so we've covered the why, shaping yourself, and the how, training like an athlete. Now for the last really important piece. How do you make this whole philosophy a real, physical part of your life? For Saito, it all comes together in the personal bookshelf. And he's not talking about a list on your Kindle. He means a real physical shelf with actual books that you can see and touch and pull down whenever you want. I love this because it completely changes how you see a bookshelf. It's not just furniture for storage anymore. It's a map of your mind,
a physical record of where your curiosity has taken you. Every spine is like a little invitation, whispering an idea back to you. And just the act of arranging your books is a way of organizing your own worldview. It's your space. So, okay, where do you begin? Saito throws out a number, kind of like a goal to shoot for. 100 meaningful books. He says that somewhere around that number, a switch flips. Reading goes from being something you do to being part of who you are. It's not a hard rule, of course, but it's a powerful milestone where your inner world starts to feel really, truly solid. Saito puts it so beautifully. He says every book is a door into another world, another time, another person's mind. It's an invitation just sitting there, waiting for you to accept it. So the question really is that simple. There are millions of doors waiting for you. Which one are you going to knock on first? Because the answer won't just shape your mind. It really could change your life.